Y'all, we have got to talk about this preview from this coming week's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. We see the aftermath of Mia tossing her drink at Wendy and also attempting to hit her with her pocketbook. Oh yeah, we got to talk about it. But listen, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel by now, go ahead and do so. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell button. Also, happy Black Friday. Just so you guys know, we are still running our sale on the CMOS and all products in the Amirin store. Tap the link in the description of this video to get 40% off of everything in the store using code Black Friday 22. With that being said, let's dive right on into the sneak preview. So it looks as though Karen, Ashley, and Candace are meeting up with Wendy. And they're reviewing, what happened from the night before. Okay. And so Wendy comes in and she basically says, I'm hurt because, I feel as though no one should violate someone in their space. Okay. And she says, and she threw a drink at me over Peter. I mean, because ultimately that's what the argument was about. Okay. It was about allegedly Peter being upset at Wendy for not hollering at him, because she was in his city, okay, while they still had pending business. And for Peter, he's like, I'm still waiting on her response from this contract. As for Wendy, she's still waiting on his response for a site visit. So Wendy also said she also did text Peter while she was in Miami. So what's up with that? So, of course, you guys remember, Mia got to the table. She confronts Wendy over this, and then it explodes from there. And ultimately, the drama is over Peter Thomas, which is kind of wild to me that, he's found a way to essentially advertise his business, and he's not even a character on this show. Okay, so anyway, let's continue on because Wendy reveals some very, very interesting tea about this situation. So Wendy says, well, let's keep it real. Peter told me that him and G, which is Mia's husband, and Mia used to go on vacations together. But allegedly, Mia did some snake stuff to Peter's girlfriend at the time. Okay. And so at that point, Wendy is like, so all this Peter's my brother? Since when is Peter your brother? Because last time I checked, Peter told me that he stopped messing with y'all. Okay. And so you guys will recall that during the scenes, I felt like Mia called Peter her brother at one point in time. And so at that point, the ladies start to speculate about what's going on. And in particular, Ashley, because Ashley in her confessional is like, she says, whatever Wendy knows, whatever Mia did, it must be juicy because the way Mia turned into Hulk at the table, this is something she doesn't want anyone to know. Now, personally, I would not have attributed Mia's response to Wendy as Mia hiding something about she and Peter and Gordon's and whoever the girlfriends was previous interactions. It didn't necessarily seem like it stemmed from that. But to be quite honest, I don't quite get what it stemmed from because I didn't seem to really understand what was the moment that really made Mia snap, because she alluded to it being Wendy saying something or alleging something about, that's how you and your husband play, but that's not how me and my husband play. I didn't get that. I don't know what I got from that situation, but it didn't feel as though it was worthy to toss a drink. So I don't know, but I also don't know if this is the reason why Mia allegedly, blew up about the situation, especially because Peter did, she was FaceTiming with Peter and Peter didn't make it seem like they weren't cool. So I'm trying to figure out what really is the scenario. if it is based on what Wendy is saying, then it seems as though Wendy is alluding to maybe Peter being, a little bit messy and playing both sides of the fence. Now, again, I'm only basing this on what we have seen on the show. And you know me, again, this is all TV. So it is what it is. But y'all know how I am. I like to be all up in the nooks and crannies of the production and trying to be figuring out, what we are not seeing and what we're not understanding, because we never saw that on camera, what Wendy was saying. So we don't know the context behind it. But I'm hoping that in this conversation that we see happen on the show, that we will find out more information about what really went down, or what we could say allegedly went down. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys feel as though Mia reacted the way that she did because of some previous instance that happened with her allegedly doing some snake type stuff to Peter's ex? Or do you feel like Mia was snapping because basically Wendy was, going back at her? They was going back and forth with each other, and maybe something Wendy said struck a nerve? Or did you feel like it was more or less for a TV moment? The reason I say that is because I was watching this. I don't know if you guys have seen Call Her Daddy. And she does interviews with celebrities and stuff like that. And I was watching an interview that she did with Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset. And Christine was really detailing a lot about how she played a role on that show. And she really talked about how a lot of the cast members would sometimes confuse her role as the villain with who she actually was in person, and the things that would happen on the show, they would take those things to heart, when for her it was just a show that she was allegedly playing up at the request of the producers. So as I look at this situation, I also have to wonder, was that moment meant to be a TV moment gone too far? Because ultimately, if it was still definitely a violation of Wendy's personal space and could warrant a severe reaction. You know what I'm saying? Because at a certain point in time, some people are playing for TV, but some people be like, you threw a drink on me, all bets are off. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I always find these topics of conversation very, very interesting. Again, I don't know in terms of, the relationships between Wendy, Peter, and Mia, and how far each of these people go back and what was said behind closed doors. But I will be watching this Sunday night at 8 p.m. on Bravo, because Potomac is not disappointing this season. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I feel like this is more publicity for Peter Thomas and his restaurants. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.